been really impressed watching Ole Miss on film. Very talented team. They've had an outstanding year. A lot of veterans on their team. Very explosive team from an offensive standpoint. Throw a lot of defenses at you. Obviously, coming off of 2 losses here against 2 of the more talented teams in our league, in Georgia and LSU. So we understand we're going to get their best tomorrow. For us, the last week of SEC play, our last home game, a chance to honor our seniors, chance to gain momentum as we head into the SEC tournament postseason. Hopefully for our guys, there'll be a level of excitement to send these guys out as seniors when they're in their last home game the right way. So we're looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get a microphone over to you. Starting back at Jen.
Can you speak specifically to each senior and what they've contributed to this program?
Well, let's start with Dakota Smith. He's a young man that came here from Indiana on an academic scholarship and played high school football and basketball and decided that he wanted to come to Alabama just to go to school. Once he got here, he realized that he missed competitive sports and decided to come and be a walk-on for us with the basketball team. Since the time that he joined us mid-semester of his freshman year, he's been an integral part of our team. Just what he provides on a daily basis in practice, his character, his leadership. I think he's been a tremendous asset to our team. For these 2 guys, they played together in AAU and have been really good friends prior to coming to Alabama and really kind of made the decision to come here together. Coop has been a guy that from day one has been an integral part of our team in terms of the playing time, just the opportunities to affect winning. As a senior, I think he's having his best campaign in the 4 years that he's been here. I think he's had an outstanding year for us. I think he's grown as a player in terms of his ability to affect the game in a lot of different ways. I think he'll have opportunities once he's done here to continue playing. And obviously for Levi, we found out last week that he's the first academic All-American in the history of Alabama basketball. And I think it speaks volumes just to what he's been able to accomplish over his 4 years, not only as a player, but also in the classroom. Another guy that I think has gotten better throughout his time here, and certainly a tremendously valuable asset to our team for his entire career. I think you're looking at 2 guys, and these guys that are both over 1,000-point scorers. Their impact on our team has been tremendous, and I think both of them will have opportunities to continue their careers once they're done here.
Other questions?
I can ask them that.
Go ahead, Jen.
So to the guys, what has it meant for you to have played your career at Alabama, and kind of talk a little bit about what Coach said? You guys came in and made this decision together. What does it mean to finish this together?
Go ahead.
It's just a great opportunity to be able to play for your home state, to try to represent, where you're from. So it's a good feeling to be able to play here, and I just enjoyed my time and try to leave as best of legacy as we could. And we decided to come together, playing AAU ball together. Coach was recruiting us, and we just felt like it was the best place for us.
Cool.
I feel like it's a blessing to have this opportunity to play here. Like Levi said, we just want to leave our legacy here, place a footprint on this university. So it's just a blessing just to have this opportunity.
Go ahead, Sean.
For both players, speaking of Dakota, he hasn't played a whole lot. Came in against Vandy, drilled that 3. What was y'all's reaction to that?
He's a guy that comes and works hard every day. He always has a great attitude and stays positive. So what I saw, like I always say, what I saw him do against Vandy is what he does every day in practice. He comes, he's prepared when he has the opportunity. He shoots the ball very well in practice. So I wasn't surprised when he knocked the 3 down.
No, I wasn't surprised at all. Like Levi said, every day in practice he knocked down shots, and his preparation leading up to the game is excellent. So I was surprised.
Other questions?
For Dakota to be a walk-on then and to be the other that is going to be graduating with you guys, what does it mean to have players like that who will walk on a team with no other expectation, they weren't recruited, but how important are those guys to the team at practice?
You know, everybody on the team is vital to practice because it takes everybody to get prepared for the games, and you know, practice is the most important thing because you have to get mentally prepared. You have to learn scouting reports, and there's a lot of things that go into practice to prepare you for the game. So, like I said, Dakota always has a positive attitude, and he's just always prepared when his name is called.
I was very appreciative to have Dakota. I mean, he's a vital part of this team, and obviously I'm very appreciative.
Coach, looking back at the film of the game against Vanderbilt, what changed during the course of the second half, and now going into the Ole Miss game tomorrow? What's been the primary message to the team just during the course of the last couple of weeks?
Well, today will be our first practice, so we'll talk a little bit about, to be honest, we probably won't talk much about Vanderbilt. We've got to be able to move on with the game tomorrow. But looking at the Vanderbilt game, offensively, we struggled in the second half. I felt like we had good looks. It didn't go in, and Vanderbilt's a team, we talked about it at halftime, they've been all year a very explosive, spurtable team. They can get on a run and make shots. I think if you look at the majority of their games this year, they've had those type of outbursts where they can go on a run. I think they made 6 out of 7 threes against us during a critical time in the game. Looking back on it, obviously you want to be better defensively. I think you defend, you get stops, you get out in transition, you get easy buckets. I think that helps your momentum and your confidence, especially on the road. We weren't able to do that.
Let's go over to the right, Cecil.
Coach, I have two off of senior day. First, Stefan Moody for Ole Miss as a scorer. What sort of player is he? What sort of challenges will you have defensively?
Well, he's a great player. You look at, he's their leading scorer. Leads them, I believe, in free throw attempts and gets to the line. Explosive in transition. He's a good defender. Very competitive player. So we're going to have to be at our best from a defensive standpoint as a team. It won't be an individual thing. It'll be a team thing to try to limit his opportunities and make it difficult for him and his teammates. They've got several guys that are very good players. Summers, as a senior, has been extremely steady for him his whole career. Darius White, another guy that's a senior that has been a tremendous asset, and they're a great rebounding team. They're bigs inside, do a great job of getting second shots or keeping you off the glass. So they're a very good, well-rounded team.
And the second part, when we talked on Saturday, you thought you might know more about Shannon today. Is there any update?
I believe he is scheduled to have surgery on his foot Friday, so obviously that means he's out for the year.
I got Sean.
For both players, again, you both talked about wanting to leave your legacy on the program when you walk away from Coleman. Can you put into words what you want that legacy to be, what you won't be able to talk about after you're gone?
For me, it's a lot bigger than basketball. It's it's academics, character, just the impression that you make towards people, how people perceive you, attitude-wise. It's just a lot. It's a lot of things that go into that. Just by leaving my legacy, and then just being a competitor. So it's more than just basketball when it comes to leaving our legacy.
Yeah, like Levi said, it's more than just basketball. Just having this first impression on people, being a competitor, and just being a good person on and off the court.
Time for 1 or 2 more questions. Anything else? All right, thank you guys.